everyone, my name is Emmanuel, also known as Yatuza with DNB Academy, and in today's sound recreation video I'm going to be teaching you how to make the bass off of Tweakz and Freddy B's track x22. Okay, so let's get into the program. Okay, so before we begin, let's take a listen to the track.
Crunch time, so unwind the waist done. You can't stop it cause the break's gone. Your chance to dance in the party, you get your shake on. You get your shake on. Your time to dance to the party, you get your shake on. You get your shake on.
And this is the bass recreation. So the main bass layer is made with Serum, and it's two sine waves, and one is playing with the pitch of the oscillator A, and it just has a tube distortion on the FX. So I'll show you how to make this one from scratch, and the first thing that you want to do is initialize the preset. And once you've got the preset initialized, you're going to go ahead and open analog and choose basic shapes, and turn on oscillator B and choose basic shapes as well. Then you want to make a ramp and put it so it's on the half of the grid here and incline it on the release. Then you want to map the LFO1 to the coarse pitch of oscillator A. Then you want to map LFO1 to the cutoff of the filter and go into the matrix and change the type of the direction of the LFO. And around 39 Hertz is fine. And you also want to turn down the sustain and make it a bit more plucky. And we're going to turn on the noise oscillator and map the LFO1 to the level of the noise oscillator as well. Play with the resonance and the drive of the filter. Put the resonance at around 20% and the drive around 13%. And for oscillator B, I'm also going to map LFO1 to the level and turn on the FM from sub. I'm also going to map the LFO1 to the sub level, and we're going to turn up the volume on the master. And on the FX, it just has some tube distortion at around 80%. And that is it for the first patch. Then I'm going to get into the post-processing of this bass. Okay, so for the post-processing of the bass, we've got some dynamic tube here, an auto filter, and a glue compressor at the end that's with the soft clipper turned on. So this is just acting as a sub-layer, and with the dynamic tube I have it so that the drive is at minus 7.14 dB. With the tone at 0.81 and the bias parameter at 29%. Then I have it filtered at 238 Hertz, and the glue compressor is just soft clipping the signal. Then I just duplicated the same channel and I filtered it out from 238 Hertz so that this track does not have any low end. So this layer does not have any low end. And I duplicated the filter one more time, and this one is at 447 Hertz, and I put a shifter on it and I filtered it out once more and I soft clipped it. So this is a subtle layer that's on top of the sub bass. And for the mid layer, it's the same bass, but I've just gone and distorted it a lot more. And for the post-processing on this to obtain that high-end. So in order to achieve this texture, I've just filtered it before the amp, and I put it at 115 Hertz. And then I turned on the amp and modulated the dry wet of the signal, so I have it automated here so that it's opening and closing, and giving it that amp distortion based on the automation that I have here. I also have an auto filter just filtering out any high frequencies from 17K, and I've added a chorus on it, which is a free chorus. This is a tal chorus, and I made sure to EQ any low end that it has on it. After the EQ, I've added a saturator with 4 dB of drive, and the bass is at minus 36 dB with the frequency at 1.37K the width at 50, and the depth at minus 23%. For the EQ weight after the saturator, I just have it so that it's increasing this tone right here, this resonant peak, and I've added a convolution reverb and a normal hybrid reverb. And again, at the end, I just have some soft clipping. So let me just show you what it sounds like without the post-processing on here. So a lot of the harmonics and distortion is coming from the amp, but I've given it its shape by automating the dry wet here. So I will show you what the recreated bass sounds like now.
You get your shake on.
Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed the sound recreation video, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.